Welcome back to the shop. It's great to be with you. We've got another Granddad's Tools video. I've been enjoying this. We've got several other things that I want to do later on, and we'll put those in every so often. Didn't get a video done earlier this week. I had lots of other things I needed to get done, so other things took precedent. But right now we can hopefully get into this tools, clean them up, take a closer look at them. But before we dive into that, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button there on your screen, and pause the video, get yourself something to drink, and join me as we tear into some more of Granddad's videos. All right, first thing off here, it's just a no name. I don't know, there's some kind of a mark on there, but for the most part I don't see a name on that. Ooh, look at that cruddy screwdriver handle. This one doesn't look bad. I don't know, it looks like it's a whole set. So those we're going to take some time to clean up. Looky there, a scraper, Red Devil, made in USA. Looks like I see 1, 2. You know how I can tell this is Granddad's Toolbox? There is only one Phillips. It's a Stanley Phillips. It's one of those made in USA. It's one of those smoky, translucent handles. But everything else, all the rest of these screwdrivers are straight blade. And I tell you what, as much as I hate them, it's what our grandparents used to use all the time. So there's a Phillips. Use a little cleanup on that one. Looky here, we've got a breaker bar. I don't see any name or identification. Oh, here it is. Industrial. So I think this looks like it's been beat on quite a bit. But industrial. Here is, yeah, industrial. Super. Don't see, there's a patent number. Made in the USA. Get here. Down in here, let's see if I can get that. Look at that, self-service wrench. It says Sears Kenmore. So it must have been a little Allen wrench to be able to assemble something on some kind of device. All right. What do we have here? This is a Fleet. Still made in the USA. It says Fleet on it. Nice big rubber handle. Everything here is 1/2 inch. Craftsman needle nose vice grip. Made in USA right there. Look at this. There looks like there is a whole set. Now that one's got a bend in it. It's been used hard. These are all Craftsman punches. Look at all these things. There's another one here. It's all Craftsman. Man, there's even, looks like a smaller one yet. And these small ones have been used hard. I guess that one goes up here. Man, they've been used hard. Let's see, there's one more here. There's a Craftsman. That one is mushroomed really badly. So a whole set of punches here for Craftsman punches. That's cool. We'll set that over here. Might take some time to clean those up. Got a 5/8 inch Craftsman deep well socket. Universal joint. This says Wizard USA. Not real familiar with that. A pencil. Looks like it's as greasy as can be. Pop bottle opener. Habsburg Beer Quality Lager. Best Brewing Company. That's interesting. My grandfather didn't drink, but doesn't mean he couldn't have used it for opening pop bottles and soup cans, that's for sure. Then we got at least two different size extensions, and they are industrial as well. Now this is a Thorson brand. So two of those. Now we have 3/4 inch, 5/8, 11/16. We have here 1/2 inch, another 1/2 inch, which is a different brand, Drop Forged India. So that's a different brand altogether. This one here, that's a 1/2 inch, and then a 7/16 on the other end. Mac D4. I'm not sure about that one. Craftsman 9/16. We'll go right in here. And we have a Craftsman 2 box end, a 5/16 and a 1/4 inch. Goes there. Another Craftsman 7/16. Go right about there. Well, looky here. More of these punches hidden down in the bottom. Put those over there. All of these, as you can tell, none of them are metric. Everything is standard size. Don't know what that's for. Looks like a little dental pick. Another pencil. A small screwdriver. What is this? 1/4 inch. Little 1/4 inch set. It's a 3/8. Probably all the way down to, what would this be here? Oh, here's some metric. That's a 6mm. So we got a little breaker bar, 2 extensions, and look at here, we even have a Torx. Or is that an Allen? No, that's a Torx right there. Very small one. Maine, USA, T15. So that's interesting. Thorson. Don't know if that's the brand on these things. It looks like it says Thorson right there. Cool. And then of course we got everything from a 7/16 it says here. So I don't know, I guess we don't have, 7/16. This should be a 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch all the way up to 1 inch and. All right, you can see how bad that handle looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the nylon wheel first. And after that has cleaned all this off, I'll probably go with this Scotch-Brite ball and help clean off some of that if I need to here in these grooves. 357 Granddad put me on to using, I don't know if that's a 1/4 inch drill with a piece of coarse steel wool on there, and he gave credit to somebody else, so it's not original with him, and nor is it original with me, but I think it will work pretty well, so let's give this a try. So here we go, Granddad's toolbox. We got the screwdrivers, the handles cleaned up very nicely. We got a lot of the rust and stuff off of here. Didn't put them into a good polish. If I were to take the time to go through this whole box, this would be multiple videos to do all of this. But I did get the grease and everything off of the sockets. You noticed when we took this off, we had two two drivers ratchets, and then we had the breaker bar, had two extensions, short one and the long one, a universal. And so anyways, we've got all this here for Granddad's toolbox. Let's pack it back up. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed looking into Grandpa's toolbox and seeing the tools that he had. You'll notice that there were just standard tools. They didn't have any of the extra tools that we have today, and I even show you here a shot of my toolbox, which doesn't have everything that I actually need in it to work on a vehicle. And yet Granddad's toolbox is so much smaller. He used to take care of tractors and everything else with the tools in that toolbox. He probably had a few other extras, but back when, they did not need so many extra specialty tools and things like that. So this has been a lot of fun to look into that and to clean it up and to share it with you. One thing I want to mention before we conclude here, I was using kerosene as a solvent to clean those tools, and I was using an impact wrench that's an electric impact wrench that has brushes in it to make the motor run, and those brushes will have sparks in them. And I got to thinking, as I got about halfway through that, I got to be kind of careful, because every so often I tip that up to pull the socket off of there, and some of the kerosene was running down on that frame. And you got to be careful, because although it's not explosive, it doesn't have fumes that are explosive or what do they call that? That's right, combustible. Just because it doesn't have fumes that are combustible doesn't mean that it won't ignite. So you got to be careful. If you're going to use an electric drill or something to clean sockets the way that I was doing, I'd suggest you get a wrench, a longer extension, on it, so that you're not getting it anywhere near the motor of the tool that you're using. And you got to be careful about tipping it up and pulling things off so that any of the fluid doesn't run down on there. So let's be safe as we're getting into the shop and having fun with it. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope to see you on the next video. And it really is a lot of fun to look into. I've got just some boxes here. My grandfather, I'll show you here on the video, my grandfather was a watchmaker after he hurt himself on the farm and broke his hip. And so after he broke his hip, he became a watchmaker, and he used to get these parts in these boxes. They're nice sturdy little cardboard boxes, and you get watch parts in it, and then you use it to store things. Well, I found some of those, haven't looked into them yet, and so I'm anxious to open them with you, and we'll get to that one of these days and see what's in there. I'm sure there may be some stuff that's just cotton swabs and whatever, I don't know, cleaning solution, I'm not sure, but I'll bet you there's some tools in there too, so we'll take a look when we get a chance. So thanks again for joining me. Have a great day. God bless.